Hello and welcome everybody from around the world. I'm Christian from Berlin, and today I'm going to try a little bit new stuff. The format I'm trying today is I play something, I repeat it slowly, a lick or a line, and then I explain why I chose this from all the stuff I prepared for this lesson. I prepare for a lesson and I find boring stuff and I find things that I find not so boring, and I will explain to you why I picked this. Why I think this is better than the other stuff, in the hope that you will learn something from my choice and my thoughts on it. Okay, let's start with the first bit. It sounds like this. When you try to remember it while I play it, try to find out what segments are familiar to you. You know, in this case it would be A. You know this third from many licks. You know this because it's a very common upbeat and blues piano, and I did even a lesson on this, just on this upbeat and this element. So it's not one big monster, but it always consists of elements that are, or to many of you, familiar. Elements in blues piano, it's a closed system. It's a closed system. It's just the same elements all the time, just played differently. Okay, slow. 1 and 2 and 3. I hope you manage to join in. Always join in as fast as possible. So why do you think this sticks out from all the crap I prepared for today? Because I find this combination of this, I think this is this 3 times, and I played it now 3 times wrong, this 3 times, this straight playing without any fuzz, gives it character. It gives it a sound of edge, and it gives tension. We are charging, this is boring stuff basically on its own, it's been played a trillion times, and now tuck, tuck, and it kind of builds up tension that wants to be resolved, and then it does. You see, we're climbing up, building up tension just by playing fourth notes and going back home. And in this way, gives it a certain profile that is recognizable. It sticks out, and that's what we want, because then it's having the attention of the listener. That's what we want basically, and if there's no listener, we want the attention of the god of the muses. You know, somebody is finding it beautiful. Even if nobody is listening, it's beautiful. So next time, next thing, now we are on F, like this. And slow. Okay, why did I play it? First, and that is an important new aspect I'm introducing here. It's contrasting. It's contrasting. We have this, and then we have. You see, it's a completely different rhythm. It's a completely different taste. And this is also important. You don't have to have the next thing being like more spectacular, but the subtlety is in between, that you play contrasting stuff from one to the next. It's again, contrasting stuff gets the attention of listeners. It has probably been played many times, but also it's new in this context. All things have been played, but it depends on the context. This time the context is, and then it might sound different in this place. Yet you had vanilla ice cream. You had it many times in your life, but then somebody comes and says, have vanilla ice cream with garlic. And they, oh wow, that's great. That's the new stuff. That's contrast. Don't try it. It has it gets a new. The contrast itself gives it a new taste. Next thing. In fact, now my choice would be to repeat the first thing on C again. So now I would echo the first thing, like a response to this. And then the other one is, it's like one bird having his melody, churning it out, his melody into the forest. And then somebody is, like he looking for a bird, for a nice lady. And that's his call. And then the lady is answering. Is it you I'm looking for? Hello? And then he says, yes, and I'm right here. Okay, so I would do this and then go straight to G for something new. G has a different role, so I might try something contrasting again. And in slow for you. Remember the chromatic stuff here. It's a cliche. And remember where this starts, 7/9, it's uncommon. Thirds, all thirds. Remember that. And the axis is the major third of the chord of G. That was probably for you the hardest. So things that have few cliches are harder to remember. This has been probably the more abstract for you, right? Well, I chose this, I must say I like it because it's melodious. You know, we have, it has a melodious and it's in thirds. First it goes up and this has a, I found that not to be that often, and it still sounds good. I pick it. It's not too cliche-ish, and it has an own sound, and it's still very familiar. It doesn't sound wrong to you, so it has character. It sticks out. This would be already nice, and then I wanted to offer the line a bit more. So it's a nice little melody. I like it. I find it melodious, and it's also a contrast to the other two. And then it's a bit higher, so it has a kind of summarizing function. One bird was yelling, "Hey baby, it's me," and the lady was bellowing, "Hey baby, is it you with the motorbike?" And yes, it's we with the motorbike. And then it comes the amen. And then somehow the god of the birds says, so, amen, you be a couple. Of course, the dominant has a kind of this summarizing a function, like the amen in the church. In fact, they might even be related, whatever you want. It's a dialogue structure with a summary. I want this to be a round, complete thing. So, first of all, the G lick, the dominant lick, is, of course, over 2 bars. We don't play the F, it's 2 bars G. It's a more archaic, older form of the blues without the subdominant, and it's played also very often. So we now connect these, the G7 back to C, and then play a little ending. So we hear. And now. This thing. Second G bar. Up, down. Here we don't play this one. It's the C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 dissolving, and 1 and 2 and 3. You can't put on the last bar, you can't put the dominant, you don't have to. So we have the whole G thing. See, what's new for you maybe is a quick change on the last 2 C bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 10. So now you have a nice little blues you can practice on for a couple of days. So I hope you learned something today and that you learned something today. And I wish you all the best from Berlin. Take care. Have a nice one. I hope you liked my video and that you learned something. Now you can subscribe. Just press this subscribe button or click on another of my videos on this side. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.